Hey, it's Jamie, and today we're rehashing Genesis 16 to 18. Today's chapters take some crazy swerves, so I feel like we got to get right into it. Remember Abram from yesterday? Okay, so Abram's wife Sarai is super bummed the Lord hasn't blessed her with a baby yet, and even though God has promised them both that a son is coming, Sarai can't wait, or she doesn't trust the Lord. Whatever her deal is, she's got baby fever. So she convinces Abram to get funky with her servant Hagar in order to get a baby in the house, which is cray-cray bananas, and I'm sure you can imagine how well this all goes. So Sarai, of course, becomes a total crank pants after Hagar gives birth to her son Ishmael, which is ridiculous because being a servant, I'm guessing, Hagar probably didn't have a lot of choice in the matter. I mean, can you imagine being forced into pregnancy and labor? Brutal. Anyways, of course, Hagar Beans then starts throwing shade at Sarai like it's Slim, and everything becomes a tight-quartered dumpster fire. Sarai then, for some reason, blames Abram for this entire mess, turning the whole household upside down and into absolute misery. I think we gotta pause inside this tornado just for a sec if we can. This is a glaring lesson in what happens when you go against God, when you doubt his promises and do it your way, making decisions without praying on them first. Like, didn't we go over this on day one, guys? I'm pretty sure we did, but we know better, and Sarai knew better, and so did Abram. But back to the story. Sarai does eventually get preggers with a son, as God promised, and then God has to go get Hagar back because she had long since run away. And then he makes a covenant with Abram. Roll with me here. It gets kind of weird. This covenant, which we say is like a pinky swear today, sets a precedent that all boy babies must be circumcised within 8 days of their birth, and that every current uncircumcised male, including Abram, has to undergo the snippety snip in their nether regions, essentially marking them as God's chosen. Side note, God renames Abram to Abraham here, meaning father of nations. You'll find there's a lot of renaming in the Bible, oddly. Anyway, super weird request, right? The circumcision. I had to read up on it because I couldn't figure out why this would become a thing. And turns out it's with pretty great reason. Of course, it's from him. The removal of flesh at the time symbolized the removal of sin and was instituted as like an outward marker of God's people and a promise that all nations will be blessed through Abraham's seed. So weird, but not so weird for the time, I guess. It served like as a primitive version of baptizing before baptizing was a thing, if that makes sense. Anyway, back to the story. The Lord sets everything right for Abraham and Sarai, now renamed Sarah by the Lord, meaning princess or woman of high rank. Even though it was their humanness and their lack of faith in him that caused all this mess, he rescues them anyway. These chapters remind us that we're all human. We all give in to sinful impulses, and God will forgive us and pick us up and dust us off and get us going again because he keeps his promises every time. One last quick thing, totally off topic, but in today's chapters, God also gets super PO'd at the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah in today's assignment. They're living ridiculously sinful, sexually immoral lives, and they are definitely not worshiping the one true God. So God figures, you know what? Just wipe them off the planet so they can't spread their cancer to neighboring cities. He tells old Abraham this, and Abraham is like, "What you talking about, God? My nephew lives there. Remember Lot? That's where he chose to settle, in Sodom and Gomorrah." So Abraham pleads and begs the Lord to save the few righteous left in the city, as he doesn't want them to get swept away with the sinners. We leave today's chapters on a wee bit of a cliffhanger, with Abraham just sweating for his nephew's life, big time. Now, tomorrow we're reading Genesis to 19 to 20 if you want to read ahead. Don't forget to say your prayers, and if you read these chapters today and you got something different or I missed something big, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 6, I think. We're on day 6. We're almost a week in.
This is the Bible in a Year theme song.